Hi Tiger Sports fan, welcome to our last edition of the year. This is our last chance to fill you in the seasons that are wrapping up, those that are kicking off, and the ones that are mid-stride. And of course, let you know how the Tigers are going in their road trip to National. Women's basketball started off the season with a single loss and is looking at some hectic weeks ahead. These Tigers are killing on the court, not giving any latitude to their opponents. Coach Clark seems enthusiastic and very pleased with the results so far, but he highlights that it takes time for the freshmen to rise the level until the sophomores returners.
There's still some things to work out, so but I was relatively pleased. I thought we hadn't scrimmaged very well all year. I didn't feel like, so I felt like we finally kind of played a little bit and played a little bit more freer and weren't near as tight. So it was a good start. Defensively, I thought we were way more aggressive than we had been, like I said, in any of the scrimmages or anything else we'd done. And we played different defenses, so we got to work on a bunch of different stuff. So that was big for us. We're just trying to get better at the things we do. We're not really worried about our opponent or anything like that, but we're really concentrating on the things that we're trying to do better and do good at, especially with the first group. Having Gracie and Anya in that first group was with Bailey and Shamar, and then Carter. They've all been through it, so they're kind of trying to help the other two get into it. And they're also trying to do a little bit more on their own. So it's a process. It just takes time for them all to figure each other out.
On the other side of the court, Coach Donnie Jackson emphasized how difficult it is to stay constant with a winning campaign this season. He brings up the importance of keeping working hard to get better and the role that the returners have on the team.
One, we didn't have a home scrimmage, so a lot of those freshmen, they hear the sophomores talking about things, and they got to experience that, and I think that'll help now that the freshmen are probably going to be a little more willing to listen. But as far as camaraderie, I thought we had good bench energy in here after the game was really good. I think we'll continue to improve. That's like with any team right now. The early season success and failures, while as a coach and as a player you want to be your best all year long, that's almost impossible in the Jayhawk Conference because you play so many conference games. You play 24 of them. So mainly the thing I want to see is, are we going to be a team that can stick together in the highs and the lows? Because you're going to face some of that. No one in our league is going to go undefeated. Most teams usually improve throughout the year. That's what I think with our sophomore leadership. The freshmen can only get better. And then the sophomores, they need to lead the way until those guys are ready to play in the meaningful game.
In other news, wrestling just started their season, and Coach Circle highlights the strengths and weaknesses of the team as well as their expectations.
Practice is going well. We're practicing twice a day. We're really just getting weight off right now and getting ready to roll. Our weakness is we're young. We brought 4 sophomores back from last year. The rest are freshmen. So just the inexperience on the mat. Our strength is we're tough. We got a group of just tough guys that are in here and that are willing to work, and just a full group of workers. So with mat time and as season goes on, I think we'll get the feel and get rolling a little better. Like I said, we have a tough group, and we're going to go out there and we're going to wrestle hard. So that's my expectations. However the cards fall after that is how it falls. Winning and losing will take care of itself.
Wrestling competes this Saturday, November 19th, at the UNK Open in Kearney, Nebraska. On men's soccer team, they suffered a tough loss yesterday in the semifinals of the national tournament. Unfortunately, the boys couldn't bring the championship home, but they will come back stronger for the next semester. Team captain Shun Sanosuke talked about the atmosphere before going to the trip.
Last week was a tough week because we have our 3 games in a week. Third one is a final. That was a hard game because final and atmosphere is different. We will get together, then we can get a win in overtime. We are very close, like a family, because sometimes we have a problem, but we always told us we are family. We are get together. We need to get together. But so we will go in Florida by bus, so it takes 3 days. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be good because everyone going to Florida to get win. Mm-hmm. So our atmosphere is the best ever right now. It's gonna be a good game, a good season.
As soccer fights for their national title, Volleyball left Monday, November 14th to have a shot at winning this year's title, coming in second last year in nationals.
Well, our standard's always been to play to a high standard of playing with the best we can. Sophomores last year had never been to nationals before, and so that was their major goal, was to get there. Sophomores this year have learned from being freshmen last year and from the sophomores last year, and have carried on the torch since they've been to nationals before, of wanting to get back to that level and playing at the level and adding to it. So I see much improvement from last year to this year with our sophomores this year, because they had a goal in mind from day one to get to nationals and return to where we were the previous year.
Definitely, we worked super hard starting from day one in preseason and season. We gave our 1% better every day, and I feel like we are prepared. We watch film, we practice different things on how to get ready for specific teams. One good thing for us sophomores is that we've been there, we've done that. We're familiar with the place, with the gym. We know some of the players that played last year that are going to be there this year, so we are ready.
As the volleyball team has headed out to nationals, the cross-country team is coming back. Coach Reed evaluated their results.
We're 6th overall, which is not too bad. I think we were about right around that range. We're kind of a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, really tough conditions. It was a little bit hot and humid. Our girls still ran really, really hard and competed well. It was just a tough day at the office. The men's kind of the same situation. Maybe we need to adjust some things, and our men were 6th overall, but Santiago Nunez Gonzalez was I think he was 14th overall, so we did have one All-American out of the deal, but our guys were 6th. It was on the men's side, it was a dogfight. There was 1 to 6 teams that could win it, and we were on the back end of that things, but I don't think that's going to get in the way of what we're trying to do in the future, and keep building and learn from this and keep going forward.
College men's and women's tennis have wrapped it up for the fall and are now training in preparation for the spring and another run to nationals.
Weekend I went to California, San Diego, to play the national fall tournament with D1 players. It was a tournament that I got invited because I won nationals in JUCO, in junior college. So it was a tournament that had 32 players, all of them D1 players, all of them champions or finalists, and I was the only one that was invited to the tournament. It was my first experience there. I lost in first round against a guy from Baylor University. They are, I think, top 3, 2 in the nation in D1 in tennis. Possible. So I think my motivations are my family, my team, Kaoli, my girlfriend, everybody that is part of my life.
The women's soccer team came up short with a heartbreaking loss of 5-2 against Coffeyville in their first regional playoffs. The team finished their campaign with an overall record of 9-8 and with 6 Lady Tigers named All-Conference. Thank you for being with us this fall. I wish you a great Thanksgiving break, and I hope we will be together once again next semester.